Can you really get rich quick? It's a question that's been around since humanity can remember. Many say it's impossible, while others urge you to give it a shot. What if I told you that by just finishing this video you'll get $1 million? You'd probably think, well, that's a scam. So why can't people see through others' lies and attempts to take their money? The truth is, it's never been that simple, and it never will be. So, my dear viewer, here's your first task. As we journey through history, we'll explore instances of people who struck it rich quickly and those who failed miserably. Use your judgment to decide, is quick wealth possible? Or is someone always after your money? One of the most significant events of the 1800s, the California Gold Rush, began in 1849. It attracted tens of thousands of people from around the world. Because who would say no to free gold? The deal was simple. Whatever you mined, you kept. And that drove people crazy. Over a period of 5 years, roughly 300,000 people came to California. But only about 1% of them struck it gold. Here's something to consider. California is massive. To put it into perspective, it's almost bigger than Germany and its 2,000 cities. So, why did only 1% of people find gold despite its size? Well, there was a catch. What most people didn't know was that the majority of the state was dry, meaning gold was basically non-existent in many areas. The only people who knew about this were the locals, and that was a secret they kept. So, they developed a plan to take every penny from these poor, greedy foreigners. They falsely advertised gold discoveries in certain parts of California, drawing people in. But how did the locals benefit from this chaos that they incited? If anything, it seemed like they were causing overpopulation and ruining their homeland. Well, they sold mining equipment and other necessities for 4 times the original price, and the miners had no choice but to buy. The locals found their own gold in the pockets of the miners and made a fortune. Levi Strauss, for example, made over $200 million selling durable pants to the miners. Ironically, someone did get rich quickly. Now let's fast forward about 70 years. We arrive at the year 1920. Meet Charles Ponzi. Born in Italy in 1882, Ponzi immigrated to the United States in 1903, chasing the American dream. He dabbled in various jobs, but it wasn't until the 1920s that he found his infamous calling. You see, Charles had a problem. He saw what no one else saw, an opportunity to make quick cash in a very unethical way. He knew the underlying human nature known as greed very well because he came from humble beginnings and knew what people would do for money. So he came up with a plan that capitalized on the fact that many other people wanted to get rich as much as he did. And that was the beginning of the Ponzi scheme. The cover-up idea was to buy these coupons cheaply in one country and redeem them for a higher value in another country, taking advantage of currency exchange rate differences. He promised investors a staggering 50% profit in just 45 days by supposedly leveraging this arbitrage. His charm and confidence drew people in, making them believe in this secret to wealth. What they didn't know was that Ponzi wasn't investing their money at all. Instead, he was using the funds from new investors to pay off earlier ones, creating one hell of a scam. As word of the high returns spread, more and more people invested, and Ponzi's scheme grew rapidly. At its peak, he was making about $250,000 a day, which is about $3.8 million today. You're thinking, since everyone is profiting, what could possibly go wrong? Well, just about everything. The whole model was unsustainable. Ask yourself this: what would happen when new investors stopped coming in? Because remember, Charles never made any money from the international coupon thing. It was just a front for his scam. It was a slow descent, with the final destination guaranteed from the beginning. Even though the fall of Ponzi's scheme was predestined, it still needed something or someone to trigger it. People were skeptical of Ponzi's high returns, which caused some journalists and the authorities to question Ponzi's rapid success and started investigating his operations. They discovered that he had not made substantial profits from postal reply coupons, which scared off new investors, and that was how the first piece of the domino fell. Here's what followed. As new investments dried up, Ponzi had no way of paying people back. Thousands lost their life savings, and many declared bankruptcy. What about Ponzi? What happened to him? Well, on August 12, 1920, Ponzi was arrested and charged with multiple counts of mail fraud and spent years in prison. He was later deported and lived the remainder of his life in poverty. The only reason Ponzi got away with it for so long was because people were trying to get rich quick. Had that not been a dominant human desire, Charles would have never succeeded. The real question would be, how do we tame that desire or control it? What you can't deny is that Charles was quite a dreamer. He was a visionary, with really crooked ideas. What no one accounted for was the legacy he left behind. Has the world really seen the end of Charles Ponzi? Let me know in the comments if you would like a continuation into Charles's legacy. So is getting rich quick impossible? At least ethically? Let's take a look at a different story. One that shows how innovation and perseverance can lead to rapid success without compromising ethics. Meet Sara Blakely, the founder of Spanx, who became a billionaire seemingly overnight. Unlike Ponzi, her rise to wealth wasn't built on lies but on a brilliant idea and sheer determination. Her journey started with a simple, yet revolutionary idea: creating comfortable, slimming undergarments for women. Frustrated by the lack of options available in the market, she decided to take matters into her own hands. With $5,000 in savings, she set out to create her product. Despite having no background in fashion and facing countless rejections from manufacturers, she never gave up. Her persistence paid off. Spanx quickly became a sensation, and within a year, Blakeley's innovative product was being sold in major department stores across the country. By 2012, she was named the youngest self-made female billionaire by Forbes. Blakeley's story proves that you can achieve quick success through ethical means by leveraging creativity, hard work, and a deep understanding of consumer needs. But did you know that it took Sara about 12 years of hard work before she became a billionaire? If there is a lesson you should remember from this video, I would like it to be that nothing in life that's worth anything is achieved quickly.